rooms to illegal immigrants. To respond to that, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has framed the city's shelter eviction policy as a tool to direct human traffic in their strained, overflowing shelter system. First announced in October 2023, it encourages the families to look for alternative housing after they've served 60-day notices. So far, they total roughly 9,100 families with children staying in the city's 17 humanitarian emergency response and relief centers who received eviction notices between October 2023 and February 2024. Single people without children, starting September 2023, they had to reapply for shelter every 30 days. On March 15th, the city limited the 30-day shelter stays even further. From now on, single adults won't be able to reapply for extended stays unless they can present extenuating circumstances. But according to interviews of several families during and after their eviction and re-intake process, they're unanimously grateful for the help that they're getting from the city and its agencies. But all of them describe their experiences as confusing, frustrating, and exhausting. Really, you can see the very real need to cut costs and manage the number of people in their strained shelter system. More than 65,000 people are currently staying in the city's 216 sites across several shelter systems. Nearly half of the families served with eviction notices find themselves without places to go. So they end up back at the arrival center seeking shelter again. If the shelters are full, these families get 28-day hotel vouchers through the hotel vouchering program. After this period, they're right back to square one, scrambling between trying to find a place to live, simultaneously applying for asylum and work authorization, and keeping their children in schools. Despite the stress and the confusion this situation causes, city officials assure that evicted families do not end up on the streets. Advocates confirm that each family with an expired notice that came back for re-intake has received a new placement. On the other hand, the situation is tougher for single adults. Many spend weeks, maybe even months, waiting for shelter space, with some ending up homeless. Others end up with makeshift shelters and basements, unsanctioned commercial spaces, even vehicles. Now I think you guys get the picture. The recent surge in migration is really putting a strain on New York City. Local agencies are stretched thin, trying to handle the daily influx while respecting migrants' rights to asylum and shelter. And now, Mayor Eric Adams is seeking an additional $400 million from the state to help manage this crisis. Plus, the city has started a pilot program offering 500 sheltered families prepaid debit cards to buy food and baby essentials. Now, that's another thing that's causing an uproar among citizens. The fact that a family of 4 migrants in New York City receives more monthly funding than a family of 4 that includes a military veteran who receives disability compensation. Meaning, migrants' monthly payments in New York City is higher than veterans' compensations. More on that in a little bit. But real quick, I just want to remind you guys, if you guys appreciate the real-time info and the deep dive analysis into this video, don't forget to show our channel some love, light up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on all notifications. It's totally free, helps you stay updated, and not to mention, it helps us grow our YouTube family right here. All right, guys, so let's get back to it. So New York City has taken in more than 175,000 migrants and spent upwards of $1.45 billion just in fiscal year 2023 to shelter, feed, and provide services to migrants. So the city is anathema to everything that she was taught about love. She also called him a racist, sexist narcissist. As Donald Trump's lawyer Susan Nichol said, the jurors' posts about Donald Trump up until that point were vitriolic, and she harbors a deep hatred for Trump. I don't think I have to point this out how this is not a person that could be fair. But what do you guys think? Is former President Donald Trump getting a fair trial in New York? What about the migrants pouring into the city? Should they be given SNAP benefits, Social Security, maybe even other benefits higher than our veterans are getting? Drop your thoughts down below, and let's keep this conversation going in the comments. More on this and the news that matters to you in our next videos. I'll see you guys there.